Yeah. We have a special show. We have stickers and these sound making things. We have me, Allison, today. Chris is over there with his DJ equipment.
What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing?
Hey guys. So today, what you guys want to talk about? Let's go.
We're gonna have a special guest, DJ and artist. So there's two guests. And so just to kind of lead into that, we're going to talk about the very essential, very important relationship between the artist and the beat maker, producer, DJ, and or band. So who wants to start off? What do you think is important in a business relationship that could potentially be a friendship as well in your art making?
Okay, so you make beats and I sing to them. So I think really, this is in my way. I think really it's a really important relationship because you can tell your beat maker like, hey, this isn't a beat that fits my style. When you're just listening to beats, it's just like, which one will best complement my particular singing style and how I flow. I think that's really an important part of choosing a beat.
I agree. Also, like, good communication between, like, the producer and the artist is important because I think, especially with music, it can get real dicey between, like, friendships and, you know, like, just being able to be like, hey, like, I don't think this works. I think this doesn't, you know. You got to be able to make sure you don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why it's good to have the same idea in mind, the same genre, I guess, because someone who can make a beat may have a certain sound for vocals or whatever in their head, and then, you know, the vocalist has a whole nother idea, and they might both be great, but if they're not going well together, then no one's gonna be happy.
Actually, I feel like for a lot of artists, they always need accommodations. And it's just like, listen to the beat, go with the beat, and try to figure something out. Because everybody that wants accommodations, like at a point, it just becomes irritating. If you're like, oh, I want the beat to be slower, speed it up. Can you get this? Can you make, like, it just becomes a lot. Like, try to do what you can with what you have. Like, so yes, you're paying for it and you're a good customer and you should be, like, putting up money towards it and stuff. But, like, still, like, make sure you're being accommodating as well.
So you think the artist shouldn't have, like, opinions on the artistic version, like, of the beat? Like,
no, I think they should have artistic opinions. But I feel like when your opinions become whining about every little part, it's just like, when we, like... Because sometimes you sit there and make the beat with the person. So if you sit there and make the beat,
their opinion should matter. Yeah, if they, you know, come in, they get a beat, then they should probably choose a beat that they like already and not have to change it. But yeah, I was thinking more of whenever they're working together and, you know, if they're creating, one person's creating the beat or they just created it, well, they can still make changes. And, you know, the vocalist is coming in to check it out. I feel like then it's good to make little tweaks to it to match everyone's style.
I mean, I don't think that the problem is, like, suggestions. I guess it would be more, like, the way that you approach it. You know what I mean?
Everything's good in moderation.
Exactly. Like, I'm not going to be like, okay, Skylar, I need you to do vocal runs on this song for 3 minutes straight, because that would just be unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just unreasonable. So I think that maybe I could agree where producers might get the kind of the worst end of the stick on that end, because... I just think it's just a baseline lack of, like, a lot of artists just don't know, like, the amount of work it goes into mix and produce a song. They're just really not aware. So they think that, like, oh, this little change is a little change. But then in reality, your producer's in the studio for the next 3 days.
Yeah. Because me and you have been working how long on this new song? Probably about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's literally just been, like, back and forth. Like, okay, send it to me. So when she sends it to me, I'm like, okay, well, we need to fix this part, this part, this part. But really sitting in the studio with your producer when they're going through all these changes to fix it to your, like, particular liking, it's really, like, it's really good because you really learn all of the stuff that it takes to bring out a good product.
Well, the difference in that is that you know what it takes to make a beat. I guess some people don't really understand that part, which is fine. But then in that case, I think it's better to look up and get yourself educated on that so you don't annoy them.
And at least just to be like spatially aware of what's going on, you know, just like know what it's going to take to make small or large changes and be reasonable, you know, like.
Especially if it's already been like mixed and mastered and then you got to go back. That's crazy. Like when you get to like the final mix, then you're like, you have to change this. Like have your list ready before they master it and do more work to it.
Yeah.
Because that really becomes irritating on the back end.
Yeah. And that's the thing. One of the reasons why I love working with Skylar is she always like is asking me what I'm doing. Like when I do something, she asks me and she like is trying to learn so that it's easier for me to absorb the information and it helps her because then the next time she has a question, she knows what she's talking about.
Definitely.
So,
learn terminology. I think that's really important. Because
Every
when people are like,
listening.
oh yeah, I want to punch in. And then they're like, no, I wanted to redo the whole verse. Punching in doesn't mean redoing the whole verse. That's two different things. So you have to really learn like the terminology when you're working with somebody. So that way you can have better communication and it's not all this back and forth like, oh, that's not what I meant. You didn't get what I was saying. Like, it's just easier.
Yeah. And it saves time too, you know.
And money.
Yes. Time and money. Like if you
studio time is expensive, guys.
If you say like, Allison,
Worth it.
I want you to change the delay, and then I do it, and then but that's not what you're saying. Like that's just more time that I'm gonna have to go back and do it and blah blah blah. Like if you just got to know basically what you're talking about. You know, you don't have to be a producer, but you have to at least have some idea of what you want to change and everything, you know. Like,
and if you don't know the terminology, that's okay, but describe it at least.
Yeah.
Don't
Or
be like, I
ask-
want to change the delay and you really mean reverb. Like if you had described it as like the echo on it, then it'd be like, okay, well I can fix this for you to your liking.
So just clear communication. But back to the main point here is working with your friends. What do you guys think? Is it beneficial, not beneficial? Complicated?
I think it's beneficial. I mean, I know there can be complications because you're friends and you can get in arguments probably easier than a client. But I think it's beneficial because if you're friends with them, hopefully you understand their views on it and you'd probably be working with them because you enjoy their music. You know, you enjoy their genre and all that and they enjoy yours. So I feel like it would flow better. And also you're more open usually to say any comments. Like if I'm working with someone who I don't know, sometimes I want to say something to them, but I'm like, but they said they like it, so I'm like, whatever. Yeah. But if it's like me and my friend, they maybe they sing a line, I'm just like, dude, that was not good.
I mean, I feel like with me and Paige. So like when I get in the studio and Paige is like, that's off tune, I'm like, okay, well tell me how to fix it. And I feel like she does a really good job at that.
Well, thank you.
So it's really just
can't sing.
So it's really just like making sure you say things and like not say it offensively. Because like I feel like I'd make great music with my friends. Like a lot of my friends make beats. They do all types of stuff.
like some clients, I hear it and I'm like, oof, is that in tune? But I don't know. I don't know what to say. Do I say that? But then, with my friends, if they sing something, I'm like, no, girl, like pull that up a bit, and it feels fine. But other people, you don't really know how they're going to react. So
honestly, I feel like you have to tell people they're out of tune.
Yeah.
I really, like, personally, that's
Auto-tune
great
does not
for me.
fix everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And at the same time, when you go back and listen to it later, like if I'm putting my song on the radio and like music executives are listening to it, they're going to hear it out of tune. And if my producer heard it out of tune in the first place and never told me, I'm gonna be like, why didn't you just tell me? Like, we could have fixed that 3 weeks ago. Like,
I think my the hardest problem for me, I guess, would be when I work with my friends. I sometimes take things a little bit too personally.
I think that's everybody.
It's kind
You be
of
like, so what you trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. Like you do something and you work really hard on it and you send it to them and you're excited and
if they're just like, that's not my thing.
Yeah, or they're like, oh, it's really great, but here's a list of things that I want you to change. It's like sometimes I take it a little like. Yeah, I'm kind of like,
it's hard not to, but that's kind of what you have to learn as an artist. That's going to happen always. You're going to be criticized no matter what. You're probably never going to make something that people just think right off the bat gold.
Well, I mean, I know that, but I think it's easier for me when somebody who I don't know says it because I know it's coming from like an unbiased place.
Definitely.
I know they're coming from, they genuinely think that way.
That's true.
Whereas as my friend, it's sometimes I'm like,
you're supposed to like this.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys are supposed to love me
you're
no matter
supposed to be
what.
my fans.
Okay.
So this is kind of what I was trying to tell an artist that I was working with. And I was saying that, like, art takes time.
Yes.
So it's really like,
Preach.
I think for a lot of people are like, hey, guys, I'm going to have this new song. Like, they just get so excited. They're like, oh, I'm going to have this new song on Friday. mind you, it's like Wednesday. They just started writing it. They just got in the studio for real. They had 2 hours. It went okay, but there still needs to be some fixes because most of the time you have to come back to a song to really get it right. Yeah. And I felt like, I was like, you're rushing me, and I don't understand why. Why did you tell these people that you were gonna have a song out? Like,
yeah.
And why can't we
work
just
that fast?
Yeah. And as a producer, for sure, when you're mixing, there's like I basically never ever feel comfortable after I'm first done mixing, and then I come back to it and say, okay, there's nothing that I want to change. Everything's perfect. You know,
Definitely.
like once my ears have a break and I come back, there's like 99.99 to infinity times that I'm like, okay, there's this I got to change and this I got to do. So if somebody expects you to mix something in a night, like that's not going to be the song's full potential.
See, that's what happens to me in the beginning. You know, I find the sound, I'm like, oh shit, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
So remember,
and then I'm like,
so
oh, I
hyped
like
about
this
it.
song. Like, oh no. And then I keep changing. Then I try to mix them and I'm like, oh, it doesn't mix. And then I work on things for just days and weeks.
Exactly.
So remember this rule, guys. True art takes time. Good art takes time.
For sure.
I don't think anything you can do in a night will just come out perfect. No. Like, oh, I'm just gonna ace it. It's gonna be a great no.
And you want to know what? Give your guys' producers some slack, okay?
Yeah.
They got a lot of mixing, editing to do.
And you're not their
give
only
them a couple
client.
days. Yeah, you got to give them a couple.
Hopefully for them.
Yeah. You got to give them some time.
I mean, if you are, claps. They working hard for you. But at the same time, you have to always think that I'm not the only thing that this person has to do. They're another person. They have a family. They have a life. They have a job. They have other stuff that they have to do.
Yeah.
Like, all hopeful.
And it's not it's not just something that you can just do. You know, it's not like you can't just come and sit and mix a song and then be like, okay, it's radio ready. You know, it takes time to come back and listen and have fresh ears and opinions and stuff. So
yeah.
What about you,
really,
Chris?
music is so much feeling.
Oh yeah, we got Chris over here.
Say that one more time.
I said, what do you think? How do you feel about working with your friends? Do you think it causes complications?
Well, I think it can cause complications. I think it also, as Skylar was saying earlier, I think it could be really good, and I think it, like, especially if you guys are on the same page, and if you guys are just working together really well, if you know you work well together with them, I think it could be really beneficial because you guys just know, like, you know what each other want already. You don't have to really go through that awkward phase sometimes, which is in a session where you're just kind of like getting to know each other, getting to know each other's sound as well, so you don't really know what to expect. But I think. I think it could be really beneficial, especially if it's like a good friend of yours that you guys support each other, and you just kind of have to get over that like phase where you feel kind of bad that it is your friend. I mean, you just kind of have to fight, like not even fight through that, but just get over it, as I said before.
Yeah,
definitely.
So like have a hard line, basically.
Yeah,
like have a hard line, like when we're not doing music and everything, we're friends and we're cool and everything. But then like once we cross that threshold, like it's about what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I feel like something really good has been happening in my life. So when I've been meeting new people,
Tell us, I can't wait.
Tell us.
So when I've been meeting new people, like really I don't know, like it's people that I like automatically click with. So like the guy that came last week, I literally I had met him a couple days before that. Mm-hmm. And we were like, he was showing me like some of his art, and I was really just helping him piece together all of the pieces. I was literally like reading his mind, and it's crazy. So I feel like a lot of my friends, at least the people that I work on music with, I feel like it really helps to just be on that same vibe and just have that same like frequency of what you're trying to do. Because when somebody understands like your message and what you're trying to do, they're really instrumental in helping you. Like I feel like you guys have to be on the same vibes. Like it's really, I don't know how to explain it. It's just really interesting to me.
I agree. You guys got to be on the same like wavelength. You got to know like your end goal is the same to like stay on track and everything.
Definitely.
I feel you. Okay, what about from the DJ? What about have you ever worked with like an artist or anything? Like
I've done like just DJ'd a couple shows for local artists and stuff.
And how's that? What's that like? I know nothing about it.
If you want to be honest, it's like it's not that exciting. I mean, they just give you a thumb drive and they give you an order to play the songs, and then you pretty much just play the songs. And then, it's not the most exciting thing ever, but I mean, sometimes you get to do your own little set in between each artist if it's like a venue, and that can get kind of fun because you can do whatever you want there. You can show off your talents or whatever you want to do, show off your personal sound. But I mean, it's cool just to work with the artists, especially if you like to get involved. Like if you get a mic in and you're like, the hype man. Or, that's always fun too. I'm not the best at that, but I mean, it can be fun.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. I think it is time for us to take our first break.
Yes,
Thank
we
you
will
for
see you guys
watching
soon.
Interntainment. I'm Allison.
I'm Paige.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Chris.
See you soon. guys, we're back.
Welcome back to your favorite intern TV show.
Your favorite.
What you guys just heard there at the end was Chris DJing for you.
Yes.
We had a little
on
technical,
the ones and twos.
Yeah, we had a little technical difficulties at the beginning, but nonetheless, we are back. We are here, ready than ever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about this? Anybody have any new songs coming out?
Well, I do. It's called Legendary, you know.
Hey.
Working on it with my friend Kenu. And of course, Allison is one of the engineers, as well as John Louis. And it's really just been going great. Like, it's been a whole 2-week process. Really, a 2-week process.
Yeah. I actually have somebody who wants to call into the show, if that's okay with my other intern
Cool with me?
counterparts. Let me just set that up real quick.
Yeah.
Which I'm used to because I'm an intern.
All right.
Just give her 1 second.
Taking off the case. Well, guys. Here, I got that same case. I got you guys. I got you.
You got it.
Oh, you got it?
Let's go. Stick it in my You really can't there.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey,
Woo!
Hey.
What's up?
what's up, guys?
So,
How are
welcome
you?
to Interntainment TV, Anna. Can you just give us a little background information about yourself? What's your name? What do you do? How you and I know each other? Things of that nature.
Cool. So, my name is Anna Lamina. I am a Berkeley student. I'm 20 years old from Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm studying music therapy. Right now, I'm working on my very first EP with my band, and we are called Anna and Her Boyfriends. And they're all my boyfriends, literally. And we have 4 songs about some huge, can I swear on here?
Yes.
Some huge assholes. There's all songs about assholes. And it's called the Milkshakes and Heartbreaks EP, and it's coming at the end of the summer.
I like that.
Okay. I am going to be very honest with you guys. I've heard it. I love it very, very much. It's amazing. The production's amazing. The people are amazing. What inspired you to write these songs? It's heartbreak, right? Or is it just
it's
the
all,
whole...
so I write a lot of songs about boys because I'm boy crazy. But these
I can
4
relate.
particular songs I picked for my boyfriends because I feel like they all tell their own story, because I have some crazy ass boy stories, like some crazy Tinder stories. So I thought that the 4 were the most appropriate to just sum up like my most intense heartbreaks.
Okay.
And how I drank milkshakes to cope with it all.
All right. That's understandable. So
Definitely.
did you, how long have you been making this? Like, how long have you been writing the
Well,
songs?
it's been hard because all the boys in my band are so talented and busy. So it took since second semester. So we've been working on it for over a year, just on all the songs. And it took us, we went to the studio for one day and just banged it all out. And I still have to go back in and do all the final touches and stuff. So yeah, we've been working on it for a while.
How many hours did you get in the studio to do it all in one day?
Oh, we were in the studio for like 12 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
This is dedication, guys. This is dedication.
Yeah.
So when, who's doing all your production and everything?
So Dave Minehan at Woolly Mammoth Sounds in Massachusetts, he's doing it. He was in The Replacements, I think, or the band called The Neighborhoods. He's like a punk rock alternative dude. He's really talented. He's really cool. Has a great ear. The studio is beautiful too.
Oh, and so that's the genre of your EP, right?
The genre? I don't know what my genre is. I think that it's just like, it's like pop, but also kind of rock and also kind of jazzy because we're all
like
Berkeley
alternative.
cats.
Yeah. Or indie.
It's just,
Indie alternative.
one of my friends told me it sounded like Lady Modern Baseball, which is kind of like an emo punk band.
Yeah.
But I guess you can determine what genre it is when it's all said and done, when it's out.
Okay, so where
Interpretation.
can the listeners hear your EP? Where is it going to be released?
So I'm definitely gonna put it on SoundCloud when it's done. But I plan on putting it on Spotify and iTunes and all of that good stuff, all those streaming sites.
Okay, amazing. And where can they follow you personally if you want that? Are you trying to?
Oh, right now, I have some like old demos on my SoundCloud. It's just Anna Lamina, and then I have my Instagram account that I can update y'all with. It's just Anna Lamina, Anna with 2 N's, and my last name is Limina.
All right. Well, thank you, Anna.
I have a quick question.
Allison.
I have a quick question for you.
Our DJ has a question.
So you said
Sure.
you're a music therapy major.
That was my question.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Like what do you do with that exactly? I'm just curious. I'm just interested.
Music therapy is the clinical application of music in like a therapeutic setting. So there's like a bunch of different people that I work with.
Okay.
Right now, I'm working with older people in assisted living. Like each semester is a different population. Basically, you go in, you like kind of assess the scene, see what their needs are, and then you just play songs that they're gonna like, and songs that like help them achieve a goal. But music therapy is crazy. Like you can teach people how to like walk and stuff.
Wow.
Like through music and like how to brush their teeth.
That's
and, like,
awesome.
because music is the only thing that activates the entire brain. Like, there's no part of the brain you can point to that's like, oh, that processes music. It's the entire brain, and it's the only stimulus that does that.
So like, what are some songs you play for like older people? Just out of curiosity, also, that get them on,
We
get them
play a
going.
lot of Elvis.
Okay.
And we play a lot of Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
What else do we just play a bunch of like random songs that like everyone knows.
Right.
All of
So,
those kind of stuff.
Is there any relation to your EP coming out and your music therapy?
I mean, I've always it to cope with and process my great immense emotions. And I definitely think that songwriting as an activity can really help you cope and process things that you can't otherwise. Like, I realized in the studio while I was singing that one of my songs, I just sounded very manic and crazy, just like one of those crazy ex-girlfriends, and I kind of just honed into that character and I let it like live in the song and not interfere with life, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you think that your EP is teaching young teenage girls about heartbreak?
Yeah, I think that not even just teenage girls, just everyone can listen to my EP that's going through their first heartbreak or just heartbreaks in general, and just I want this to be an EP where you can scream it alone in your car when you're driving late night to get ice cream because you're just sad, and I want people to like roll down their windows and just scream the lyrics and just let it all out.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing, Anna.
I'm excited to hear it now.
Yeah.
I'm
I wanna
glad.
scream
I'm
and let it
excited
all
for y'all
out.
to hear it. I've been playing the early mixes for everyone. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we very much so appreciate you coming on the show today.
Oh, thank
Anna.
you for having me.
And don't forget to check out Milkshakes and Heartbreaks by Anna and her boyfriends, coming out
Definitely.
real soon on SoundCloud. Anna, I love you. I will call you later.
I love you more.
All right, bye.
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 Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
So we're going to take a quick break, and I'm actually going to play a song from her EP.
Awesome.
Yay. Ready to hear.
Can I just play it on here?
Do it.
Oh, which one?
I miss his apartment. I miss his blue sheets. I miss the way he confused the living
What are we about to talk?
I don't know, but just shout out Anna.
Well, that was
Hey.
awesome. I'm replacing Skylar over here now. This is Chris in the flesh, by the way. What's going on?
He's a real person, you guys.
Yeah.
That was just once again Anna and her boyfriends, and it's the Milkshakes and Heartbreaks EP. I am personally very excited. They are all my friends, and they are amazing musicians. So don't forget to check it out. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on SoundCloud because she got some great stuff coming out.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan now. I'm definitely excited to see what's going to come out of this. So, Anna, if you're listening, you got a new fan.
Yeah, and that's once again on Instagram. It's Anna Lamina, ANNALIMINA. She's amazing. Oh, okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Anna, you're the best. So Skylar is over there getting ready. We have DJ and his artist, and they're gonna be awesome. But I just wanted to, I feel like we got a good mix of music today. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? We got that little emotional
Little hip
punk
hop
rock.
in there, a little
Emotional
punk rock.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody hurts you, we got you. If you're trying to party, we got you.
If someone hurts you, you're probably trying to party. So.
Yeah. Even if somebody hurts you and then you're trying to party.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob took that dark very quickly.
Oh gosh.
So what is you guys' favorite genre of music?
Oh, I don't.
Oh.
Anything other than
That's
country.
a loaded question.
Anything
Bobo.
other than
Country.
country?
I don't like country.
I don't like country either.
My favorite, I guess, would have to be rap. I love me a good rap. I can find a sad rap, a happy rap. If
Sad
you-
rap.
I love
Name
some-
one sad rap.
I know, right?
One sad rap. Have you ever heard ROS by Mac Miller?
I haven't heard it, but Mac Miller was depressed for a while, so
Exact-
I could see that being true.
Yes, it was right after him and Ariana Grande broke up for
Yeah.
a little while, and
Poor Mac.
it is actually
He had a whole depressed album actually. I forget what it was called, but yeah, he that makes sense.
yeah.
You
But
got me there.
I want you to know I listened to that song while I was going through a breakup, and it made me cry. So
So there you
shout
go.
out to Mac
I
Miller.
don't like listening to sad music when I'm going through something sad. I want to not cry as much as possible.
I mean, when I'm taking my moment to think about it, yeah. Like if I'm by myself, but if I'm outside, I'm gonna crank some songs I love to listen
Yeah.
to. That's gonna make me happy and
Like,
get me
uplift
through
yourself.
the day.
Yeah, I try to crank some good stuff. I
Absolutely.
mean, one time in the car when I was having a bad day, what is it? The Already Gone by not Carrie Underwood. It's another person from American Idol. But that came on and I just died. and now I refuse to ever listen to it again. So,
I think some sad songs just take you there. Like they just make you want to cry.
I like
Even
sad
if
songs when I'm
nothing
not
going on.
sad. It makes me feel like, oh, okay,
You're
now
so
I'm in emotions.
opposite,
but-
Piggy.
Okay, well, what about you? Do you listen to sad? I can never imagine him crying.
Do you get in your
though.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that he is the most calm, emotionally chill person. I could not. If he
I've
was
been getting
crying,
that
I'd
since I
be
was
like, oh,
4.
shit.
But I listen to everything. I like I listen to a sad song here and there. I like a little bit of everything. I like to mix and match. I'll even my dad's a jazz musician, so I got a little jazz too. So
You have something in common with the artist. The
There-
artist, his father's
his father's a jazz musician.
too.
Cool. We'll talk about that when he gets here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick a favorite genre, I'd probably say R&B right now. But my
a
favorite
good one.
genre switches probably every couple of months too.
Yeah,
I like
mine just switches by what I
Yeah,
listen to. I mean,
exactly.
sometimes it's I love alt and rock and indie and all that. Then I also love some good hip hop, some good raps. But I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I mostly am more into alternative. But it just really depends on what I'm in the mood for. I don't know, or what I find. I just find random music and I'm like, wow, good. And I listen to it, no matter what genre it is, as long as it's not country.
Yeah.
Paige obviously hates country.
There's some good classic country, but generally, no.
Have you guys heard that big country hit right now?
Is it the poppy one?
Yeah,
I
what-
hate
What's it called? I
pop
can't
and
think of
country
it.
should not be mixed.
It's great. I mean, I like it. It's oh man, I wish I could think of it right now.
I really want to know because I want to listen to it.
That just makes me think of Red Solo Cup, and that song was
phone
not
here. Might be a little
okay.
unprofessional, but it's all right. We'll look it up here.
Wow. You want to know what? Do you want to know what I feel like we should bring back? I want to start getting into. I want to listen to more go-go.
Yeah, good.
I went through
Yeah.
a big go-go phase when I was in high school. Like,
Go-Go is
I used to
Skylar's
listen
life,
to
she
Go-Go
says.
all the time.
Go-Go
like,
is Skylar's life, if in case anyone missed
I
that.
don't listen to much Go-Go. I have though.
Yeah, you want to know what?
Not my
it's such an
go-to.
uplifter, though. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, oh, somebody deep in that pocket.
Absolutely. The song I was thinking of was "Body Like a Back Road."
Oh God, terrible.
Yeah. That's a big
Paige
country
just
hit right
hates
now.
country music.
Sam Hunt, man.
It just hurts my soul.
Okay. So the person that's gonna be our guest is gonna call in for a moment so he can introduce himself.
Yep. Let's talk to him.
Set that up for you guys.
Here.
Thank you very much.
Body like a back
Stop.
road.
It's bad. It's
There
so
it is.
bad. So bad.
Hey, you're on air.
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
What's going on?
Hey.
Yo, what's going on?
So introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, how we know each other, stuff like that.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the good guy himself, Louis Banks, reporting live and direct. I come from Oxon Hill, Maryland. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a visionary and just a creator of anything that could change the world.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. Nice to meet you, man.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be had, man. How's everybody doing today?
We're doing good.
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Running a little late. I'm sorry
Hey,
about that. But
it has
we'll be making
DC
up for
traffic,
it.
man. DC
Yeah.
traffic. We understand.
Yeah.
So
We've
tell
been
us
there.
a little bit about your music.
Well, as far as my music, I've been making music for about 7 years now.
Okay.
I started out as an instrumentalist, and I played the drums. I know how to play piano, a little bit of guitar. I started off reading music at around the age of 7, and then eventually I started making my own music once I learned how to pretty much arrange all the instruments in a way that I wanted to, like, compose and actually make full songs with not just drums, but actually add guitar, saxophone, different types of instruments to really create a whole piece. So as far as making music, I would say as a rapper, I've been rapping for about 6 years, and then I've been making music since the age of 7.
Okay. What genre would you describe yourself as?
I would say I am a indie hip hop, trap, neo soul kind of artist. I
Okay.
wouldn't necessarily give myself a genre per se, just because I'm very versatile and I like to step out of my comfort zone a lot of times. I have songs where I'm singing completely. I have songs where I'm straight rapping, on like boom bap, freestyle, all types of different styles for real. So I would say I'm just an overall artist.
Okay. And you said you're an instrumentalist too, also, correct?
Yes.
So do you ever play drums or any type of instrument on your own tracks, or do you mainly just do vocals?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you say that one more time?
Do you ever play drums or any other instrument on your own tracks, or do you usually just do your own vocals?
Well, I actually have produced my own beats for tracks that I rap on.
Okay.
As far as electronic percussion, I do it all digitally inputted. I don't use like a drum pad or anything like that. But
Okay.
as far as live drums, I haven't necessarily done that yet, but it's definitely in the works.
Awesome.
All right. I just have one quick question. Do you have any new music coming out anytime soon, or do you have any projects in the works? Anything?
Anything we could tell our audience about?
Yeah, basically,
forward
just
to.
What are we
Yeah.
looking forward to? Tell us what's new, bro.
Well, right now I'm actually putting together my first debut mixtape. It's called Bruce Wayne. You guys can expect to see that mid-July. I've been working on it for about 2 years now, I'd say. And I've really been holding on putting out a lot of music. I've just been dropping singles on my SoundCloud. I got a few mixtape entries that I've been involved in on Spinrilla as well. Just kind of been dust off, but I'm definitely behind the scenes working and just working with different artists in the area. And now I feel like I owe it to the people to finally put out a piece of my own work. And so that's what I'm planning on dropping in July. You guys can expect that. Bruce Wayne. I don't have an exact date just yet, but you can expect to see it mid-July.
Okay, well, where can we find that too?
Yeah.
You can actually find it on Spotify, Apple Music. It's going to be on Spinrilla, and it's going to be on SoundCloud as well.
Tell the audience where they can find you as well. Instagram,
Oh, yeah, I'm on pretty much everything. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Good Guy Louie. That's GOODGUYLOUIE. good guy Louis. That's me on everything.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, we're going to go to a quick break. Thanks for tuning into Interntainment TV. Thanks for our guests coming on the show. I'm Allison.
Chris.
Paige.
Skylar.
Bang.
Everyone has a dream. It's music for me. If you agree, come and stay with the team. Entertainment TV. Everyone has a dream. It's music for me. If you agree, come and stay with the team. Entertainment TV. Everyone has a dream. It's music for me. If you agree, come and stay with the team. Entertainment TV. Everyone has.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Louis Bags performing Bruce Wayne. Hey, DJ Donnie B, drop that, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I said I pulled off in that Bruce Wayne, tell him watch out like 2 Chainz. Y'all know that I spit game, I'ma kick it to him like Luke Kane. Can't wait till I'm on stage, going hammer with it like a rampage. Young Louis got hella clout, you can go and peep a nigga fan page. I can't wait till I'm rich, ayy, ball out, can't miss, ayy. Y'all know that I'm lit, ayy, take a look at my wrist, ayy. Had to go and make a bank drop, flexing on him like a tank top. Never ever had a drop top, but my time I got you at the paint shop. I'm on a new level, yeah, why like a tea kettle. I got a gold medal, yeah. Watch with a new bezel. I'm yelling shots out to my team though. Young niggas on beast mode. I'm feeling like D-Wade, I'ma go and hit him with the heat, bro. Big time when I'm on grind, I be killing rappers in the meantime. Yo, my phone ring got more bling than a hotline. Phone jumping, no FaceTime. Steph Curry from the baseline. No limit, I'm gon' win it. If the clock's out, I'ma make time. Flexing up in the section with the collective. Diamonds, they VVS's all in my necklace. Rappers, I kill them all, crossing off my checklist. Boss and I taking losses. My niggas rap. Yeah, flexed up and I'm next up and I'm charged up in that Tesla. Reps up when I stepped up to that plate, I had my chest up. Big runner like Usain, I be water whipping in the fast lane. Stay fly like an airplane, I got a gold chain and a code name. Pops told me how to man up and I'm glad I got my bands up. Young Louis so handsome, I be taking selfies in the Phantom. Sauced up in a Lambo and I send shots like Rambo. In the field all camo, I gotta go and do it for the fam, no. Turned up and I'm gone with it, I'ma go and kill another song with it. Money pool, I'ma dive in it, I'ma make it rain like a ball clinic. New whip, no metro, J's on straight retro. Pulled up in that 6'4", I'm whipping in a Nintendo. Snakes in the grass, never coming last. Wanna get involved? Then go and pour a glass. Hey, all of this hate got me going insane. All I do is complain about all of the pain. Wait, let me go tell them that you do it. Yo, it's your boy, the good guy himself, Louis Bags in the building. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Good Guy Louis. That's GOODGUYLOUIE. Instagram and Twitter. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Shout out to Listen Vision for the presentation. Stay tuned. We out.